This is a APS UAR that I'm gonna take apart because it's broken. But yeah, let's go over it. So it is counterclockwise, threaded in the front here. There's a set screw and it's glued on, but we've already gotten rid of the glue and the set screw, so that's good. And then we got this little guy up here, that battery cover thing. Get some pins. I'm going to grab a little thing to throw pins and screws in. You can put them in the top, but you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my little bin. It needs to be in semi when you take it off. You're going to pull, flip it over. Take this pin off. Stuff a little further out of the way. Let's get the barrel. Oh yeah, these come with a sling. QT sling swivel. Here's the 200 round mag, the U mag. There's definitely no English going on there. Back end, I'm just going to pull this off. Pull this thing off, the charging handle. And this guy slides forward a little bit. There it goes. Oop, this ring's a little bent somehow. Interesting. Over to this side. We're going to need a Phillips head. And you can just push it out the back. There it goes. And that's it. Easy to get to the gearbox. Well, once you're, undo the glue on your barrel, on your flash hider. Tons of screws holding the hop up in. So, I have noticed with these that some of them have been a little loose, the barrels, but that's fixable. Here's the gearbox. Let's zoom in a little bit. So, version 3-ish. This thing's crazy loose. Let's see what happens when we hook up. Actually, it'll hook. It's not like an AUG where it has a, its own little. It actually uses like an AK trigger. All right. Yeah, semi, maybe. I don't think it's just supposed to act on this rod here, but it's kind of stiff, and this is kind of bent up and over that. It's bent. You can see it right there. A little bendy. Take this one out once. I didn't go into the gearbox, but it was covered with like really heavy silicone grease. It was like Crisco all over the side of this. That's probably thinner than a regular version 3.1. This is similar to the AK. Should pull that off. So, similar to an AK. This is similar to an AK, but you can see they cut off the little tab that's the safety on the AK. So, this probably should have been tapered head screws instead of. I don't know why they did that. It's got a taper. It's like a regular old stock motor, no torque. Is this marked? Yeah, it's red. Alright, cool. Let's pull this top off. Just like on an AK, because I think it's their AK gearbox. Oh, we can take the spring out. It's a 7mm, but I don't think I have one of those hanging around. In fact, I'm just going to cheat and use what bladed screwdriver maybe. Yes. That's plastic, but that's bearing, that's metal. So plastic shaft. Like an M110 spring. He's been shooting around like 370 on the ones that work. And these things are good. Javelin learned how to tighten screws, or APS. The last Javelin I took apart from them was like all loose screws. Unless they cross-threaded this one. I am not on speakerphone. I am on microphone.
You're on what?
I got the camera going.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm taking apart that. Oh, this one's loose. That one's super tight. That one's loose. I'm taking apart that that UAR.
Oh.
Yeah. So I figured I'd film it.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Like you're talking to me.
I'm not talking to Mitch. There would be more jokes about Canadians if I was talking to Mitch.
Okay.
A boot. No, there's no spring going to fly out of it, so. It's kind of a weird state here. Oh, that's a smaller spring, but certainly greased the crap out of this thing. Holy shit. Wow. Wait. I have it wrong. Yeah, there's zero compression in this. Hey Mike.
Yeah.
It's got like no compression.
You do anything.
I know. Damn you, Javelin and APS for making the Javelin and making me angry. But yeah, there's nothing. This gun was brand new in the box. Didn't even go on the shelf. We were gonna do a review on it, and it didn't work. So there's a ton of crap on the piston head. Looks to be aluminum. Tons and tons of grease. they're good. Well, got a little blowout on that O-ring there. Right there, blowout, but it's fine. Tons of grease. It's like standard APS gears. APS. APS. Little plastic sector clip on there. Tons of grease. See how big these bushings are. 'Cause I don't think they're standard size. They're here over 8 millimeters, so well, they're pretty good. Good. It's a reverse latch. Nothing special there. I guess I can kind of throw it together and see how well they shimmed it. That should wind up. For now, because it's in the way. Put a couple screws back in. In fact, that Loctite screw was in looser than the non-Loctited screw. That red stuff is actually Loctite. Yeah, it is. Oh, this is going to make for some interesting video because it's kind of boring. Screwing stuff together. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, they didn't shim that good. Factory.
So it'll be the best gun made better now.
Yay, APS. I'll improve your. That one's really loose too.
You want to do like Barbara?
Ours is good.
Oh.
So. That one's loose as well. So we got a lot of play in the gears. Say that's about at least a millimeter on the sector gear, which is kind of crappy. Maybe half a mil on the bevel. 1/2 mil on the spur gear. Axial play. It's with the gearbox screwed together. So that walk a little bit? No, it didn't. No, maybe. No, let's see. Kind of hard to tell. Let's put a straight edge next to that, but I think the gear did kind of walk over a little bit in the back. No compression. Okay, I need a really small screwdriver here. I know this isn't the most awesome video, but I figured I should open it because it was broken already. And I got version 3 switch. So that's not going up enough. Where is it? It seems to be jamming the trigger. But possible with that millimeter of play, it's kind of messing with the cutoff levers action. So I totally do a brain fart here and forgot to put the little spring jig on there. My X-Acto knife that I can't find. This'll do. Nope. I actually like using the tips of like jeweler's files to put springs back on because they got a nice little, they got enough grip where the spring eye doesn't slide off. Top tip. Let's take a look at this. Greasy. Some greasy stuff. We sold a couple of these that actually work. They've been the black ones. And I noticed the tan ones. Let's make contact. So if your heart's set on one of these, you know, make sure you shoot it first. Forward enough. Alright. You know, maybe just assembling it properly and with care, it might work. It was probably a made on Chinese New Year gun. So, like I said, we sold some black ones that work like out of the box. You also notice the black ones, the charging handle is on the opposite side. I mean, you can swap it between sides, so maybe, they're definitely made at different times. So just clear it. That's not the problem. And, oop. Alright, so that's not the problem. I think if I assemble this with a attention to detail, or actually just, marginal care, it'll work. I think it was poorly assembled. This is kind of chewed up here on the selector plate. Selector plate broken? No, selector plate not broken. It's just kind of not as good as a Cyma selector plate. I got the Cyma gearbox over here. There it is. Some AK gearbox. These are pretty much indestructible. But these are, it's much more solid and it's much more smooth. This is kind of rough, sliding it back and forth. This will have probably no issue at all. So. In fact, what I would do is I don't, care that it's a quick change gearbox. I would throw just a Cyma gearbox in a UAR or UAP or whatever these are, urban assault rifle, because it's going to be tons more reliable than just throw their little wacky arm deal on it. That fits. Or classic army one would be good. You need to change that. It's stiff.
Oh, I didn't do any of the cash out stuff.
Yeah, it didn't cash out the store? Oh no. We're not officially closed yet. You can come and interrupt me. But this is also taller than that. Yeah, it's considerably taller than that. That's, so even if this wobbles, it's not a big deal, because it's taller. It's smaller than that. Let's see if, I don't think that'll fit in there. Nope. Oh well. It does look like this is set up to be blowback. I know their AKs were blowback, but the gearboxes were a little different. They weren't, quick change. And they had posts instead of holes for the inner reverse latch and the trigger assembly. So I don't know if they plan on making a blowback one, but thin at the top to be a blowback. But yeah, I guess you could call this the internal review of the new APS UAR.